told you. You hear that voice.
Wow, I love that. You're a great singer,
cry
man.
of joy. It's a cry of joy. It's not because I'm sad.
You're
Cry
great.
of joy.
Ian. You're a great man.
And with the piano, with the keyboard.
And the mic.
Hello viewers and welcome to today's show, the Auschidys Trash Show. My name is Maureen Kaveke and with me is some wonderful people. But before I introduce them to you, I will ask the Auschidys Trust founder, as usual, to say hi to you. Welcome, Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Maureen, and good day, our viewers. We've missed you. It's been a while, but we are back, and I want to welcome you to Auschidys Trust Show, where we discuss matters disability inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Yeah, for sure we have missed them. We have missed you people. Yeah. We are very sorry. Last week we had some technical glitches.
Yes.
We are still working on it. We are really, really sorry. We missed you big time. Yes. But anyway, here we are. With me today is a wonderful guest, a fearless, I call her a fearless influencer. Because she's a lady who is out there trying to advocate for inclusion, disability inclusion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very bold.
Very bold.
Aggressive.
Very aggressive. Very passionate. You know.
Passionate.
We just did our introduction.
Yes.
And my goodness. Oh my goodness. You don't know who we have today.
Yeah.
Yes. Her name is Esther, but I'll not talk for her. I will welcome her to our show today to tell us your name, to introduce yourself, and also to introduce yourself to us. Welcome.
Wow, thank you so very much for having us.
Yes.
Thank you, Maureen, and our CEO, Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Thank you for having us today.
Karibu
We are
sana.
really happy to be here.
Karibu sana.
And I'm Esther Mungui. I'm a mom to 2 boys. And I also do advocacy for persons living with disability.
Yes.
And I'm not alone. I'm with my son.
Yes.
He's going to introduce himself. At least he can say his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Hi, young man.
Hello, my name is Ian Munyao. Also, hosting gift to Canon to Citizen TV.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
well done.
Thank
Ian.
you,
Such
my
a wonderful
son.
young
That's
man.
my son.
True. Yeah.
A wonderful
Great,
young
great.
man. So Esther, welcome again and again to the Auschidys Trash Show,
Thank you.
where we talk about the things you love doing.
Sure, yeah.
In this show, we talk about the inclusion that you are advocating for.
Yes.
Yes, and I've seen that you're so passionate about it. Maybe we can start somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us where you are from and where we are here today. It is you to tell us where we are here today.
Oh, nice. Okay. We are from Utawala. That's our home.
Yes.
But was born in Thika. So that's a long story. We don't need to go there.
Yes.
And why we are here, it's because I have a son who has a disability that we say hidden disability.
Yes.
He has autism, and that is the reason why I got my interest in the field of. Okay, I just found myself in the field of disability, and because of what we go through.
Yes.
It's the reason now that you keep wanting to advocate more and more, and every day there are new developments and there are new needs, so
Yes.
you keep growing with them.
Yes.
Yes.
And thank you, Esther, for coming to the show. I know that by the end of this show, many people will be impacted positively.
True.
I know you're loaded. I know you came with a lot.
Sure.
Briefly, tell us the journey of Ian.
Wow. The journey has been sweet and it has been sour at the same time.
Yes.
Because there are those moments that you don't know what to do from okay, it's a long story, so I've got to shorten it. From
Yes.
the birth, you get a normal kid. At some point, you realize that they're not able to catch up like the normal kids. They have some delays, especially in speech. So that is the moment you pick now. There's a problem here, and now the journey begins.
Delay
The
in
hospitals are delaying in speech, and he also delayed in walking. So the journey begins, you follow the medical procedure thinking that you're going to get help.
Yes.
But at some point it gets to the dead end.
Yes.
Because the doctors only do diagnosis
Yes.
and they tell you the kid has autism.
Yes.
Now, for me, because internet was not there that time, like you only needed to. It's not like now we have the Wi-Fi, so you have to like, okay, what is this autism? It was a new word, new. You don't even know what to expect, and it was not a worry. You can't worry of something that you don't know.
Yes.
So in short, you go through the process,
Yes.
and you learn through him because you haven't seen any other kid.
Yes,
the
it's your
same-
first time.
It's your first time.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. It's your first time. So the journey was hard at first when he was young because he was very hyperactive. The hyperactivity and behavioral was very high.
Yes.
I didn't understand why he was behaving in certain manners. He could bang himself, he could run up and down, the normal behaviors of an autistic kid.
Yes.
So it was a struggle at first,
Yes.
but as time goes, we learned on the proper interventions.
Yes.
I engaged several professionals who
Okay,
really helped
okay.
me through the journey.
Okay.
We did behavior modifications,
Yes.
and we also did several sessions for speech. Then we gave up because it was not coming.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we spent
Oh.
like 10
That
years.
sounds frustrating. Yeah?
Yeah, it's been a journey, especially when you're struggling with behavior. You walk in like here, the kid cannot sit down. At some point, we were almost beaten in town because he was running after a bottle. And then the guy almost hit him, and it became a little bit confrontational because he was crying for something that was not his. So it's been a journey. We've been through a lot, especially during the schooling. You take him to this school, they say huyu mtoto hawezi kaa chini, hana adabu nini. You
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
see this disability.
Yeah. Before we go
can't-
to school,
yes.
Maureen, allow me to ask Esther.
Yeah.
There's something she mentioned. Behavior modification.
Yes.
I want to know what that means. How is it? What is that?
For behavior
Yeah,
modification.
because I know I'm not alone. Our viewers there, I know they are.
They're asking the same question.
Yeah.
A person with let me say an autistic person,
Yes.
their behaviors they tend to portray.
Yes.
They are those who will tiptoe.
Yes.
They tiptoe.
Yes.
There are those who will flap their hands. There are those who will keep on blocking their ears. There are those who will keep on producing some funny sounds.
Maureen, that is now the sensory. You remember?
Yes, the sensory.
You remember? You remember sensory?
Yes. Ian had a lot of issues with sensory. You would walk in even in a Matsu and he blocks his ears. But now more of behavior. The behavior is now, even the hyperactivity is a behavior.
Yes.
That child cannot see.
So how do you contain that?
We did, we engaged a professional who knew about behavior modification. And he was taught how to sit still, doing an activity of his interests, not what we want him to do, an activity of his interests, and that helped him to sit for a few minutes, then 30 minutes, then we graduated to, he's been sitting for hours here now. So we got that. And he was able now to go on and join a regular school.
Okay.
Because with behavior, he could not sit in class. Yes.
Maureen, very soon we'll have, by the grace of God, we will have a behavior technician on this show. I've just remembered.
Yes.
There's an organization called Boundless in Ohio. And we're going to be doing stuff with them. And they mentioned about the behavior technician.
Yes.
And sooner or later she'll be on the show.
Yes.
So carry on.
Yes.
So our viewers, we are loaded. Things are happening. Things are happening.
There's hope.
Yes.
There's
There's
hope. Things are happening.
Yes.
Very soon we will have Emily here
Wow.
by the grace of God from Boundless. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So Esther, you've talked about noticing the delayed milestones,
Yes.
and maybe there's a parent out there having a kid, and maybe they are seeing some behaviors that are not adding up,
Yes.
but they are not very sure, should I call this a problem or not? So maybe you can tell us when you realize, at what stage, at what age?
At 1.5 years.
Oh, you're able to
You're
pick?
picked, huh?
Yes.
Oh.
At 18 months, there are those things that you're able to pick that the kid is supposed to be standing or saying
Crawling.
some few words. Every parent who is keen is going to know, like he's not even babbling, like the kids of his age.
Yes.
So for the parents who are watching, there's always the right way to do things.
Yes.
Don't be assumptuous or assume that like your kid probably is not talking because he's not hearing.
Yes.
So go get the right diagnosis, and from there you'll be advised and know what exactly is the problem with your kid. Because we might say he's autistic.
Yes.
Because he's not talking, but
Yes.
that is not the problem. Probably he's not hearing well, or he has his hard hearing. Yes, and once we tell you, the parents assumes, then you're not able to help the kid. Yes, because the journey begins early. The earlier you do the intervention, the better, because you are able to help that child achieve the other milestones.
Oh, great.
Yes.
And Martin and Esther, why I asked that question, it was very, very intentional.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Because I have realized that many parents assume. Not only assuming, I think they are in denial. So, the kid is at 2 years, not crawling, not doing the things that they're supposed to be doing, but the parent is like, no, mtoto wangu ako sawa, acha tungoje. So they keep on ngoja.
Yes. And
3
things
years,
get worse.
4 years, 4 years. That is denial already.
That is denial.
And they also get a lot of information from the environment that they are in, the neighbors, the parents.
Yes.
Huyu mtoto sijui dadi kwa kwetu hapo anafanya nini.
Yes.
So
Give them
they get
false hope.
confused. And majority
False
of
consolation.
them. Yes.
Yes, false consolation. So
Yes.
it is very important for them to know if your kid is at this stage
Yes.
and they're not doing the things that the other kids are not doing, please wake up,
Yes.
do something.
Parents' power. It's
Early
you.
intervention. And we've been talking about
Yes.
it.
We've been talking
Yes.
in this show. We have been talking about early interventions.
Fantastic.
And you having said that, Maureen, I also want to ask Esther, because you've gone through that journey.
Yes.
Confirm to us here again. Does early intervention help?
It does. It really helps
It helps.
a lot, because
So parents should not be scared or ashamed of it.
they shouldn't be ashamed. There's
Lakini
nothing.
uangalie pale uambie.
Oh, sorry.
Just tell them. No, tell them because
I'm saying,
yeah, because it's
there's nothing
critical.
to be ashamed when you have a child with disability, because we have to debunk a misconception that a person with disability ni wale mnajua wanamwaga mate nini, no.
Yes.
We have another category of persons living with disability. Na hawajarogwa, tutoe hiyo kwanza.
Very good.
Na
Very
sio
good.
waenda wazimu.
I love that.
Yes, sio waenda wazimu. We
Yes.
need to help them. We need to get into their world and understand how they get to to understand things. We've got to understand them.
Yes,
We've
get
got to
into
get
their
into
world.
their world. It's not them to get into our world.
Yes.
They can't cope.
Yes.
Sometimes he'll be quiet and do his piano in his room and do his music. I cannot do that the whole day.
Esther.
Yes.
Ian does piano.
He does piano, he
Akiwacha.
does guitar.
Wacha.
Yes. Yes, and he's self-trained.
That's nice.
And he's self-trained.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
In
I
fact,
think-
remember when we were just about to get in,
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, oh, you mean Ian is autistic? Because for me, autistic children are the ones who are all over,
Yes.
The hyperactivity.
Active.
Yes.
yeah, very hyperactive, doing things, they're uncontrollable. But for Ian, he was this calm. Then she was telling me it has been a journey. I told her, okay, don't tell me, don't tell me.
be empty.
But she was able to tell me this.
Yes.
Ian can sing. My goodness.
Huh?
I didn't know I was that weak. This guy here,
Yeah.
angelic, actually, I told her, this is angelic voice. I've watched his video. I didn't know I was that weak.
Oh, why can't you do it?
My God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Si
So
ukiwa
much,
za-
I got so emotional. I couldn't
Hebu tuonyeshe tu kidogo.
Hatujabeba gitaa na
Oh, thank you so much. My goodness.
But at least you can do the
But
vocal.
we will
We have to do a repeat one.
Yes, we will do.
For me to cry, it's not a joke.
But yeah,
I'm a strong woman. For Ian, I found myself and I'm like,
Oh man.
Yes, you see what we push for. They're not able to go through. Okay, there are those who are able to go through the normal learning, and they go through the system up to the university level, and probably hit a dead end because of being absorbed in the market, by the job market.
Yes.
But now, and I keep saying this, and I repeat it, every person is gifted, even us here.
Yes.
Even
We
us.
have different abilities.
Maureen is given, I see she's a presenter already.
Yes.
I can do what she's doing. But now
Oh my
we
God.
say this, these persons living with disabilities, they have their own abilities. His ability is not my ability.
No.
It isn't. And we focus on that. Then we see how we can grow
Work
that.
on it, yeah.
Yes.
Work on it.
How we can grow that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I love that. And you've done pretty well. So our viewers, I think it's time for us to take a break, Maureen, so that we process that.
Okay. You can take us for the break. Thank you for that.
Thank you
I
so
was
much.
carried away.
I saw that.
Yes,
And
thank you for
I had
that.
to save the day. So our viewers, pardon us. We got to take a break. Then we'll come back and hear more from Esther and Ian. We'll learn more about from them about autism and dealing with disability. So see you soon.
And remember, we are at Portland Sports Club.
See now you asked me
We have
to
to rush it. We are at Portland Sports Club.
Yeah.
They have accepted us.
Yes.
They have welcomed us, given us this platform. My goodness.
It's amazing.
Thank you very much to the staff and management of Portland Sports Club for giving us this opportunity. We love you. We appreciate you. See you shortly. Dear viewers, welcome back to the show. And now we are going to talk about Ian's education journey.
Yes.
Has he been able to attend any schools? Are they regular schools? Are they schools for the challenged people?
Yes.
Wow, amazing. It has been quite a journey. Let me start by saying we engaged a special needs education teacher at first because he could not cope in any school. He could not sit in class. And then he was not toilet trained up to the age of 10 years. So you can imagine he's in a diaper and he's in a regular class. Most of the regular teachers will not be able to cope with that. So what happened, we spent several years doing homeschooling for him, so as we get him into the world of education and get him to cope in a regular class.
Yes.
Now since then he joined a regular school, but not just one school, several schools, because he could join these and then the teacher calls him in the evening, then he look for another school. He's been to so many schools until now I felt like now this is enough. I should start my own for me to be having him and learn him learning at a place where he can be be taken care of well. So we've been through many schools, but at the end of the day, and he was able to go through the regular and sit for his KCPE in 2019. He bagged 176.
Yeah.
176.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but for him, even if you tell him 176, he will just repeat 176. I mean, what is it for? Yes. That's the beauty of autism. They are never worried about anything.
No, they are not.
They are happy with the world. You just need to love them. Now, from there, it became so hard for us to get a secondary school.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's quite challenging
Originally
to get a school. Yeah, to get a school where he would be able to go through the learning without him having being subjected to so many. The teenagers. They would subject a person who is not even expressing themselves to so many unfortunate things,
Bullying.
Yeah, bullying. Yeah, you say as it is. Thank you. So I decided to put him through the international curriculum. But now, being on the borderline. We call them kids on the borderline.
Yes.
He's not like you say special.
Yeah, that is not regular.
And it's not. And the schools we have, we have schools for the deaf, schools for the blind, schools for the physically challenged. Those are the schools that the government recognizes. But persons living with hidden disabilities, they are not schools.
I think I want us to talk about that, Maureen.
Yeah.
Because that is something that many parents, there's a vacuum there. And anyone listening to us, especially right now,
Yeah.
we are having a lot of discussion and talks about leaders who want to take over offices. Please, leaders, when you get to those offices, look into these issues of disability. There are hidden disabilities. Watoto wale wako na autism, schizophrenia, dyslexia, these are hidden disabilities. And there is no, like you had, these parents speak here, there is no ready school or tailored school to accommodate them. Please, when you get there, involve us. We are ready. We are the stakeholders as parents. Involve us, call us, then we have a discussion.
Even in the policy making.
In the policy making, we need to be part of it.
Yes.
Because we are on the ground.
Yes.
We are on the ground and we know what it is that would love our children to get. So I think it's an issue the government also
It's an issue, yeah, but I'm happy there has been a bill that was gazetted early this year.
Yes.
And it's a motion that ought to be debated in Parliament.
Yes.
In regards matters education.
Yes.
And especially for learners with autism.
Yes.
And there was a clause for the government to allow and give guidelines.
Yes.
For the autistic learners who are not able to cope in a normal setup.
Yes.
So there was that caption that they can be having home-based program.
Yes.
But it still needs more guidelines.
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely,
yes,
absolutely.
still needs more guidelines. Who are these teachers who are coming to work with an autistic? So from the teachers training colleges,
Yes.
the buck still stops with them.
Yes.
Because most of the teachers specialize in what? The deaf, the blind,
deaf,
the one.
yeah.
So those who do learning difficulties are very few. So as much as they pass the bill,
Yes.
and as much as we get the home-based programs
Yes.
for them,
Yes.
we'll still have a lot of issues with the teachers and persons who can adapt. These are the differentiated ways of teaching.
Yes.
Like the one we were talking about, the behavior modification. We
Yes.
still don't have, and we need it.
And we need it.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think they've heard, and when you get into those offices, hata sahi wale wako, even those who are there, because offices never run dry.
Yes.
We are ready. We say that as parents, we are ready. Call upon us. We'll come there. We'll have a discussion and forge way forward for these children. Yes.
Yeah, and I think, Mr. Martin, we have made this call over and over again.
Yes.
And every parent who comes to this show,
Mm.
the biggest challenge that they talk of is education.
Yes.
Yes.
Getting where to place their children.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's
and-
no
and
placement.
There's no placement at all. So I think it is a big issue that needs to be addressed
Yes.
and addressed appropriately.
Yes.
Yes.
Or better still, Maureen, you need to bring us one of those people who want to take the offices. Bring them to this show.
Yes.
We also want to Mama.
True.
Maureen, get us those who want to become presidents or want to become governors
Yes.
or senators, policy makers.
Yes.
Invite them to
Even
this show.
MCAs,
MCAs,
women reps.
yeah, ask them to come here. We have a discussion. I keep on saying this is a societal need.
Yes.
It's a societal issue.
Yes.
We need to come in and discuss about these issues together.
And maybe they do not know. I don't blame them per se, because even me growing up, I knew disability is being blind,
Yes.
not being able to walk, and being deaf.
Yes.
And we'll
So I'm sure there are so many people like me.
Yeah.
Then not so many people know about the intellectual challenges.
Yes.
And I think now it's time that we bring it out
Yes.
and
Yes.
bring it out
You're
boldly.
Yes.
Yeah. So probably they do not know, and they need to
Yes,
to
yes.
watch this show and know.
Not
there's this
even those who are not, even those who are in education sector. It becomes so hard for them to work with an autistic child.
Yes.
Because the programs we have for teaching teachers, we still have to do like you retrain or then you find a teacher comes out of the colleges half-baked because of what they choose to specialize in.
Esther, I know that you've done your homework pretty well,
Yes.
and I know that you've done a lot of research.
Yes.
Do you know of any country that have succeeded in this that we can benchmark with? Do you know of any?
Yes. We have.
And how did they do it?
You know, like we have the universal designs of teaching and
Yes.
learning.
Yes.
I give you a good example of ABA, that is applied behavior analysis. It is a course that will be adopted here
Yes.
by our trainers.
Yes.
That really helps in modifying the behaviors of these kids. You see, like in the US, they have very good systems, and they must not follow what is the regular curriculum for them to teach.
Yes.
You see,
Yes.
the adaptation of universal designs of teaching.
Yes.
Yes, that would really help. One of them being the ABA. Yes, we have another one for dyslexia. I don't remember its name. It's a long name. Yeah.
So, teachers and those who are in the education sector, you've heard that is an eye opener for you. Pursue it. We need you to show us the way, because you are the professionals and experts in it.
Yes.
And this is a cry again and again. Please look into that issue. There's a gridlock when these young guys get to some age. The parents are lost. They don't know what next.
Yes.
Wow, that has come out clearly. Thank you very much, Esther. I know you have some plans as a parent for your son, Ian. Yes, and every parent has plans for their children. Of course, good ones, very bold plans.
Yes.
But before we go there, in this show, we are always talking about something called stigma.
Yes.
Have you faced any form of stigma in this our society? I'm talking like in this our society now.
This is our society.
I faced it when I was ignorant. I faced it in the very first years of not knowing what to do.
Yes.
I heard a lot of stories, and there are people who would not even invite me for the birthdays of their kids because
There we go.
There are people who will not even invite you in their parties.
There we go.
And you go to a mall and they say your kid is misbehaving. The stigma has always been there, and it is there even right now. There are people who demonize autism. Like, amefungwa na mapepo. Amefungwa even in church. He thinks and people are like, you see mapepo. Who thinks and not even talk. Yes.
Yeah.
So the stigma is there, but we've got to grow beyond it.
Yeah.
We already know what our kids are going through, and we know their problems. So we can't allow people just to stigmatize you. Stigma will not help. We need to go to the next. If I need to help him, I need not to listen to what people are saying. Yes. And run with him.
Yes. Esther, if possible,
Yes.
I would like you to talk to the audience out there.
Yes.
Stigma is not easy.
Yes.
You've gone through it. You've opened your mind and you've taken all these things very positively,
Yes.
very passionately. For you, it's easy.
Yes.
For another person, it may not be easy. If you could talk to the audience out there, because I don't think I call it loose mouth. I'm sorry. I call it loose mouth.
Yes,
Because
but it is.
you don't just assume that this child, because they are jumping up and down, because they are doing this, they're just
It begins with the parent.
ati ni tabia mbaya.
Yes.
Why can't you just sit down?
Na
ujiulize tu maswali.
Yes.
Why is this kid behaving this way? Why would you just throw words that huyu mtoto ni utovu wa nidhamu, huyu mtoto ni demons, those things,
Watu hawajui.
Why? Can you just talk to them?
Watu hawajui. And as a parent, once you know what is ailing your kid, you come to a point of acceptance.
Yes.
You are not in denial.
Yes.
So it becomes even easy for you to explain to someone else.
Yes.
Yes, I know my child has autism and this is autism. So at that point of ignorance of the other person, take that opportunity to educate them. But it has to begin with you. You have to be, like, I'm not in denial. Once you are in denial, you will not talk about it. And it's a point of, healing and, accepting the journey and helping the kid. So you accept, help that person who is ignorant, reverse whatever is that they're saying, your kid is not stupid.
Mhm.
So you reverse that.
Mhm.
Yes.
But what would you tell the people out there who are saying this
Yes.
kid ni mambo na mashetani ni demons sijui ni nini? Just tell them something.
Hakuna
You'll be
mashetani.
helping someone.
These are persons who are able differently.
Yes.
And we are all different.
Yes.
We are all different. There is nothing like demonizing autism and disability.
It's a story.
They are just different. They are able differently. They are doing things their own way, and we embrace the diversity.
Yes.
We
Yes.
embrace they are diverse.
Mhm.
Their way of thinking, their way of doing things is different. Just the
Yes.
way you do things, and our different
Yes.
personalities.
Yes.
So it's us to welcome them and embrace them
Yes.
the way they are.
Yes.
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 You
Love
get
them.
into their world,
Yes.
and especially love.
Mhm.
If
Yes,
there's
love.
nothing much you can give them like love.
Mhm.
If you don't have, they actually even read your emotions, and they read your attitude towards them easily.
Yes,
Very
yes,
easily.
yes, yes, yes.
So
that's it.
it's about love and helping them to get to the next level. But the moment you push them there, stay in your world, how will they become?
Yes, because Martin, if we kill this stigma,
Yeah.
it will be so easy even for other parents to come out openly. But people now are hiding. People are hiding because sitaki kujitokeza huko nje. Then people start talking about my children. They start talking about these bad things. I know it can weigh someone down
Yes.
so much,
Yes.
and it's encouraging many people to hide.
Yes.
Yes.
And
What
we
is
need to kill it.
what is missing is the psychosocial support. Let me
Yes.
put it that.
Mhm.
Yes,
The
I-
psychosocial support. Like you're out there, there are people who can support you and they can help you go through the journey, without, and then you come out healed. Yes.
And Maureen, to add on what you're saying as well, because I know time is not on our side.
Yes.
And today we'll talk about stigma. That will be our borderline. Even the education sector. I had an incident that I want to quote here. And I took my daughter, I took Sarah to school. I was looking for a school, and I'm sure you've gone through that.
Yes.
And the director, I think, the head of that school, she told me on my face that they cannot take Sarah because they're afraid of them in school. You've been told that before.
Yes.
And that is being very rude and insensitive. And I would urge people to remove those barriers. I'll call them barriers.
Yes.
Because when you tell us that you cannot admit this child because this child is autistic, you have already put a barrier.
Yeah.
And I believe the life of this young man is more important than grades. I'm not looking down upon grades. It's good to score good grades.
Yes.
But it doesn't, learning is not about getting grades. I mean, it's not
You're
just
right.
about it. Open up your spaces, open up your schools and admit these type of children. You never know, but once you have one of this kind in your school, you add value to your school. I'm telling you the truth. You add value to your school. Open it up, admit them. They will bring something, and they'll even, the regular children will benefit a lot from him. You will heard how he sings. I'm sure the editor will put something there and you'll see. What I'm trying to say is that they are useful.
Yes.
That's the word I'm trying to say.
Wow, we have so much to talk about, but the director is telling us, no, enough is enough. We have to end this show here.
Yes.
But please hold us for a minute to allow Esther to give us her parting shot. If she has any program, if she has anything, in a few minutes. Time is not on our side.
So as you had asked about the plans I have, number one of the most things that I focus on is working on the ability of every individual, every child. And Ian is so gifted in computers. He's a very good graphic designer. And also, he's very good in IT. Apart from being gifted in music and playing the instruments,
Nice
most
to
of them, yes.
Nice to hear that.
Yes, now he's so gifted in computers, and I'm looking forward to having him join a college where he can do, where they not look at the point entry as grades. I want them to focus on his ability in computers and what he can do,
Yes.
and let him join and train him on IT.
Yes.
So those are some of the plans I have. Definitely the music is there. He's a musician and he's good. So entertainment, we want a place whereby we can have our own gifted and talented and our own persons living with disabilities, also engaging in the community activities and also engaging in, in the whole setup of entertainment.
Yes.
So we'll focus on music, we are focused on his skills, and let's continue from there. I would like him to get a family.
Yes.
That's a will for every other parent.
Wow.
When
Wow.
time comes. So on that, we are planning. I want parents to come out and focus on their abilities. Again, I insist on that a lot because I know where we stand with the system, and especially the talents. These kids are so gifted. So we are planning for an event. It's going to be at Roslyn Riviera. Basically, it's not such a huge event as you may think. It's just a simple concert to give them a platform. You can sing, you can play the instruments. Come, sing, show us what you can do. Show the world what you can do. And they feel fulfilled. For him, he'll be so happy to sing. He will not have the conversation that we are having here. But if you give him the mic, what
give us the dates.
The dates are on 2nd of April, 2022.
In 2 weeks' time.
In 2 weeks' time, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
2 p.m. You say Roslyn Riviera.
Yes.
Roslyn Riviera
in Runda.
In Runda on 2nd of April, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Bring all the children living with disability to that place. It is their day. Bring your daughter. Bring your son. Tukutane huko. Sarah will be there. Joshua will be there, among many other children.
Yes,
so,
and more so to showcase
their talent.
Yes.
Let's meet there. Roslyn Riviera.
Yes.
2nd April.
It's true.
At 2 p.m.
Wow.
Yes.
Such a wonderful day. Awesome. I love what's awesome. Yes, and I think it is important that they showcase their different talents.
Yes.
As you said, it is their day.
Yes.
So, any tickets? Where can people get the tickets? Or is it free entrance?
Is it a walk-in?
It's a free entry event. We are not charging. We want people to just come showcase their talents.
Beautiful.
No
Then why don't we put your number there? People can contact you. Parents, I'm sure parents want to watoto.
Yeah.
So they should call you direct. You give them directions.
Yeah.
Sawa.
Wow.
Editor, you'll put Esther's number there.
Okay.
Yes.
And should I share it now or you'll put it on the market?
You can.
0721 17 66 76. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you very much, Esther and Ian, for making time to be with us today and for sharing with us your story. It is such a powerful story, a story of inspiration, a story of hope, and I am sure you've encouraged so many other parents who are watching that for indeed there is hope.
Yeah.
Yes, the way you've taken Ian and the way you've been able to, to walk the journey with him, taking him through school, and even being able to identify his talents, his different talents and gifts. I mean, it is so encouraging, and I'm sure a parent out there is encouraged. Thank you very much for coming all the way from Utawala to here, and welcome to the river. Mr. Martin, any parting shot?
Viewers, we meet on 2nd, Roslyn Riviera. And thank you for the support that you've given us. I want to urge you again and continue encouraging you. Watch, like, and subscribe to Auschidys Trust Show. Yes, and thank you for the support so far. Thank you so much.
Yes.
God bless you.
And also share to as many groups as possible.
Yes.
We are always saying, when you share these stories, you're enabling other people to watch and also to know what we are doing. But if you watch and you keep it to yourself, then we're not helping each other much.
Yes.
Right? Share as much as you can.
Yes.
You'll be helping us to touch a life. Because at the end of the day, Auschidys Trust Show is about, changing lives.
Yes.
Touching, even if it's one life.
Yes.
Even if it is just one life.
Yes.
Transforming it. That's our objective. And we are trusting God for even bigger things in this show. Viewers, we have come to the end of this show. Thank you very much. See you next time with more stories.
Bye-bye.
Bye.